Alright, so today we start from all those people come to learn the archery art from Hậu Ngày, and then one day Hậu Ngày met the heavenly empress 王母娘娘啦。Let's see what happened then. OK， 後羿喺王母娘娘嗰度咧。Of course, I mean there 啦。That means something we say that we meet you there。我哋喺嗰度見啦。OK， 我話我哋喺auntie 嗰度見啦。我哋喺老細間房嗰度見啦。So sometimes you can already mention the location, but you can still say 嗰度。Sometimes you just skip. For example， 我哋喺auntie 嗰度。Maybe it is understood that of course the house my auntie lived, or the office. It is also understood in the context whether when you are mentioning to 嗰度咧 whether it is a home or an office. Maybe if you're talking to that person, when you mention auntie 嗰度then the people, it's understood that the people know that what you mean by 嗰度. When you say auntie, they won't think that is it auntie's office or auntie's school? No, auntie's home. Okay, so if it is not clear, maybe the people listening will ask you 嗰度即係邊度啊？邊度 means also means where 啦。嗰度就 mean there. I meet you there. I meet you I meet you at the station there. Okay, I meet you at my auntie's home. Okay， 嗰度咁嗰度即係邊度啊？就 where are you talking about? Where is the location？ 邊度啊？咁好啦。So just now 後羿咧就喺王母娘娘嗰度就邊佢palace 或者 the place she's living。 OK， 咁喺王母娘娘嗰度咧就求得一包不死藥。不死藥咧 means the 藥 is medicine。 OK， that means the medicine which can give you eternal life, or at least can after eating you won't be dead. Okay， 不死藥啦。Okay， that means of course it doesn't mean that if you are cut off into a few pieces you are still not dead. It means that means even you are old, you will not die of old age. You will not decay. Okay, so 不死藥 that means you can have a very long or even eternal life. Okay， 不死藥English is Elixir, ELIXIR. You see? Yeah, Elixir. So 喺王母娘娘求得一包不死藥啦。OK， 死 is dead 啦嘛。不死 that means won't die. Okay, or won't be dead. Okay, then 不死藥。So you can see that when we say that this is a medicine, we already connect it with its function, with some words which are denote its function. For example, this medicine is for eternal life. So eternal life is 不死. So we already call this 藥 as 不死藥. For example, we have 長生藥. 長生 also means eternal life. 長 means long. Some means living. That means you can live very long, very long. Then that is the same. So we call we give the name of the 藥 with its function. So you can see that Chinese can be so concise. 長生藥、不死藥、青春藥。青春藥青春 means young. That means the medicine which can make you forever young. But in English, you even you have the word Elixir for 不死藥. But you don't have. Do you have a 青春藥? Do you have? Yeah. But 不死藥 it doesn't mean that you forever young. Only that you won't die. Maybe you also get old, but when you get older and older to 70, 80, 90, 100, 120, you are still living. But 青春藥咧 really means that you can be forever young. So a little bit different. So I want to tell you that even English, you have the word Elixir. English is also quite concise. We just have one word, and then we can mean the medicine for eternal life. But we have all different kinds of藥. You can, if in science or in medicine, you really have those kind of藥咧. Then in Chinese, we can link that as 乜乜藥. For example 去煩惱藥啊，或者係減肥藥啊，或者係增肥藥啊. So in English, you won't have all those terms just adding the function to the name of the medicine, right? Yeah, is medicine. So and then even you have that kind of different kind of medicine with different function. Maybe you just have one new word. For example, eternal life is Elisa. Maybe the medicine for another function, you will have another totally different word to mean a totally different medicine with different function, right? Even you have, right? Of course, you won't have every medicine just by a word. But so you have to remember many vocabularies. This is that kind of medicine. This word for another medicine. So if you have to learn, I know that if you have to be certified as an interpreter in the U.S., you must know all the glossary, all the terminology of those medicine, or that means you have to know. You have to very familiar with all those terms used in the medicine field. Then in the health field. Then you can be an interpreter. But for Chinese, we just know the name藥, okay? And then we know 不死, then is 不死藥. We know 生, then we know 長生, then we know is 長生藥, okay? We know 青春, then that is 青春藥. Then we already know the meaning. We know 青春, and then we know 藥. Then when they add together, we already know that the function of this medicine. We don't need to remember a whole new word, and then sometimes the English word is very long for those special function, right? Very long and very very specific, and then quite difficult to remember because it is not just a general wordings for communication. For example, if I want to say, I love spring, then all those terms commonly used, right? So it's not difficult to learn. But for those medical terms, actually can be quite unusual, okay, to use. So very sounds quite strange to the non-native. So but when we know the 藥 and then we know 青春, and then we know 肥, and then we know 增 and 減. So when we say 增肥藥, then we know the function is to make you gaining weight, because 增 means gaining, and then 減 is losing. So when they say 減肥 then we will know that this 藥 is for losing weight, make you lose fat. So止痛藥, because if 頭痛, you can say 頭痛藥, people can also understand. But usually we will use the function, because the function is to stop the pain. So we will say 止痛藥. So we won't just say 痛藥或頭痛藥或肚痛藥. We will say 止痛藥. Okay. If it is for abdominal pain, you will say 止肚痛藥. If it's for a headache, you will say 止頭痛藥. Of course, if you don't want to specify which part, then you can just say 止痛藥. That means only something that can relieve my pain. Okay. Then maybe people ask you where you have the pain. Oh, my headache. Okay. Then you need that kind of 止痛藥. If you say abdomen, then you need another kind of 止痛藥. Yeah, that's it. But you can still say 止痛藥, and then you make clear what part. Okay, you will know what kind of 止痛藥to give you. But usually we will say the藥to stop, to relieve, to stop the pain. Okay, not just the pain. Okay, so 止痛藥. For example, 消炎. 炎 is infection. So 消炎, that means the medicine can relieve you from the infection. Okay, yeah. 藥消炎藥 yeah and then okay 增肥藥減肥藥or even something or for example sometimes people have a swollen face or swollen body part 等係腫會死腫等會死水腫所以你要去啲去水腫藥去 also means get away or relieve it okay so it's 去啦just like so sometimes 會死止痛 sometimes 會死消炎止炎啦you can also say 止炎㗎but usually 會死消炎會死止痛you can say 消痛㗎喎but usually 會死止痛消炎去水腫或去腫增肥減肥but even though we use different word but just when we are familiar it is okay but at least you don't need to learn a new term you just know that痛 is pain 止 is stop藥 is medicine then I know what are you meaning you mean that this medicine is to relieve pain I already understand okay yeah because 止 and 痛 actually are only some basic normal Chinese character. If you learn Chinese, you should learn this word. So when you combine these three words, you already know the medicine with differential. You don't need to learn a new and very difficult word. Okay, so we continue. Yeah, so this is the good point of Chinese. Yeah.當然啦 of course 佢唔捨得太太啦捨得咧 that means you are ready to give up something 等你就捨得啦or you 係啦捨得 or you are ready to use a lot of money to buy something 等 is also 捨得你買個手袋俾老婆哇$1000美金喎你真係捨得 that means 捨 means you would like to give away something valuable maybe in terms of something also valuable or not so valuable or at least in the speaker's eyes you really give away quite a lot in order to give another thing maybe in your heart is valuable but in his heart it is not so valuable so he will say 就捨得啦 if for example you say 值得嘅雖然好貴very expensive but 值得嘅 so when you say 值得 that means I think that it worth okay even 1,000 2,000 to buy a handbag for my wife I find it worth I think that it is worth so 值得啦 when you find something at a very high cost it is still worth that is 值得when people find that you give away such a lot of things seems that not so worth right or even if it is worth but really quite a lot right so 你真係捨得啦 you are so ready to give away so much 咁唔捨得就you have learned 啦 when 要加唔不means not 咁佢唔捨得 that means because after eating that at least then you have eternal life maybe at least not only give him eternal life because where can you get eternal life of course in the heaven you cannot get eternal life on the earth right otherwise when you are 200 300 you look so old people will be scared of you right so it's not worth to be eternal on the earth so maybe he can ascend to the heaven at a certain age then he has to leave his wife but because last time we talked about that he married a beautiful wife 嫦娥 and then they are very 恩愛 right so last time we learned 恩 and 愛啦love and grace okay so that's why he 佢唔捨得啦 he doesn't want to give up a beautiful wife a good wife in order to ascend to the heaven for eternal life so that is 咁佢又唔捨得嫦娥喎唔捨得佢太太喎咁 okay and then what happened Yeah. He doesn't want to leave his wife here 嘅唔捨得咧，就佢唔捨得太太，佢唔係唔捨得嘅 Lisa， 佢亦都佢因為佢if he ate the Lisa, then he will ascend to the heaven maybe at once, and then he will leave his wife, then 佢唔捨得啦。If he had to leave his wife， 咁佢唔捨得啦。Yeah，係啦，當然啦，because 係啦。喂 why you use 當然啦 ？Because last a few minutes before you learn that 佢哋好恩愛嘛，佢同太太好恩愛嘛。咁if of course 恩愛，咁你梗係唔捨得㗎。Even you just leave your wife for 1 week， 你會唔捨得啊 ？Because 你哋日日都咁恩愛啊嘛。咁即係離開一日都唔捨得啦。Even leaving your wife 1 day you won't feel 捨得you feel 唔捨得啦。OK，so you don't want to leave. So here 後羿咧 even having the Elisa, he can eat it at once and then ascend to the heaven. But when thinking of then I have to leave my wife, so that's why he hadn't eaten it. Okay, at that time in the story, he just get it. So that's why he brought it back to his home. So that's why we have to see what happened. After getting this Elisa, but bring home and then store it up. And then what happened then? Okay, so let's continue. Yeah. So that's the I understand. Yeah, so that's the contradiction. So when all people, especially the Chinese people in the past, they want eternal life. Okay, so of course when they know that, when they meet Wang Mou Liang, and then maybe Wang Mou Liang told him that, you are a hero, you save the world, save the people, you have shot down 9 sons, and then now it's back to normal. You really done great deeds. Okay, I will allow you 1 wish. Okay, I will give you the best thing. You then maybe the best thing is the Elisa lah, the eternal life medicine lah. Then at that time when he back in, maybe he doesn't think of anything. He just want to I know that Wang Mou Liang, you have 不死藥. Can you give me 不死藥? And then maybe Wang Mou Liang only give him 1 不死藥. If he give 2 不死藥, then all problems solved, right? Or maybe if the 不死藥can be eaten up, shared by 2 people, maybe I don't know whether the Wang Mou Liang is not generous enough. Maybe she just give 1, and then maybe he is so stupid, just backing 1. Then after getting the 不死藥 then he suddenly maybe thinking he suddenly think of his wife. I have 不死藥. How about my wife then? Maybe Wang Mou Liang that time already have gone. He cannot bear another one. Okay, that's why he didn't take it yet. So he brought it home. Okay, he have that 不死藥 and then brought it home. So is it clear? Okay, good. Yeah, you really very 我哋話 very 清醒you're not sleeping. Okay. Yeah, you found the contradiction. Yeah, it's really contradictory. Actually, people sometimes is so contradictory. Okay, they want something, but they don't know whether this something is really good for him. And then the story turned out that after getting this 不死藥, it is the end of the marriage. Okay. And then the tragedy comes because of the 不死藥. At that time he doesn't know that. At that time he maybe thinks, it's so good. I have the 不死藥. Maybe I brought home, and then maybe I try to cut it off. Maybe I try to share with 嫦娥, or at least I took it home, and then let 嫦娥know that know that I got such a good thing. Okay, so he's so happy. So he's going home. Okay, so what happened then? Okay, continue. Now, 就叫太太收埋佢啦，收埋啦。收咧就係when you take back something. 得係收啦。譬如話我收咗你錢啦，我話我 I receive，OK，我收你有冇收到我信啊？對於 receive 嘛，呢度我收到啦，我收到你嘅信，我話我收到你嘅禮物 your gift。我話好啦嗱，我而家收咗你俾我嘅錢啦 ，OK，I took the money you give me，OK，so 我收咗啦咁樣。我話收埋咧 means when you bury something then is 埋。So when we say 收埋咧，就 mean we got it and then we place the thing in certain place. Usually for example, if I just leave it on the table, then that is not 收埋. For example, maybe I put it into drawer, or I wrap it up, or at least I put it into some locker drawer, then that is 收埋啦. That means at least don't just leave it anywhere. Put it properly in certain place. 咁收埋啦。Because the 埋 itself has the meaning of bury, so it means that don't just put it here, okay? So of course the 不死藥 is so precious and then only one, okay? And then of course if anyone know that there is 不死藥, everyone want to get it. So just like a very precious treasure, he asked 太太嫦娥 to keep it. To put it in a secure place. And then what happened? So let's see what happened then. And when we say 埋單, yeah, we use the same word 埋單, but you be careful that when some people want to use the 買賣嗰個the 買個單 because in Mandarin 咧買東西買賣賣嘢咁they want to use the Mandarin word that can actually should use this 買 that means to keep it to store it that's 買單yeah. Because in Mandarin they don't say 埋單嘅 they say 埋麥嗰個埋嘅嚇 they don't use this with the vertical 土嘅埋嘅嚇Okay, and then continue. Now, 學生當中咧就有個小人啊，學生 you know that 啦 ，OK 學生 student 位當中咧 they mean among those students OK or sometimes you say within certain hours 即係喺呢幾個鐘頭當中咧我會有個 conference OK 或者喺呢班人當中喺呢段時間當中喺呢幾間房當中 so some among between in OK 好似 among those people 咧those students 咧就有一個小人嗱小人咧actually have many meanings 小人 is a two-word term 小 is means small 人 means a person or a person that means a little person you can say but it doesn't means a little person it means those bad person bad guy or those that means without kindness people without kindness without generosity without conduct without moral so they just do anything they want maybe they just like this story the student will secretly get into the teacher's room to steal his belongings so you see that the students come all the way to learn from 後藝 so why should you steal the belongings of your teacher so that is the conduct of a 小人that means he won't that means he will do anything he finds fit for his benefit. He won't think about the teacher is so kind. I should be grateful to him. I should at least I should respect everyone's property. No, that is 小人 So the people without conduct 小人 Yeah, so this is a very common, but it is the conscious is not 大人喎，大人 really means those adult person. So conscious of adults is 細路仔、細蚊仔，or sometimes we say 小朋友，但係小人咧就係 person without conscious. So you see 小 and 大 is conscious, but 大人咧小人咧 is not conscious. But 大人咧 beside meaning adult 咧 you can also mean those official, those government official in the high rank, especially in the past. We will call those government officials as 大人。大人唔好打我啊！大人唔好拉我啊！即係乜乜大誒，甚至會 say 乜乜大人啊！縣官大人啊！上書大人啊！ But 我話 sometimes just say 大人，because if I don't know your rank I just call you 大人。It is a to show my respect for you. Okay. So the 大人 can mean adult, can mean those people with people paying respect to him. Okay. But 小人咧 of course without contact you won't pay respect to him. But it doesn't mean children 大人 can mean adult. 小人咧 doesn't mean children. Children you should use 小朋友。小人 and 小朋友 different. 朋友 means friend. That means a small friend. Okay? Yeah, 小朋友。But it doesn't mean your friend. It doesn't mean that this 小朋友咧 is your a small friend. Okay? It only means children. Okay? 小朋友。Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So sometimes should be conscious, but exactly not exactly in conscious. Okay, so sounds should be conscious, but really not. So sometimes the usage really have to be when you are familiar, then it will be better. Otherwise, even you have learned many words, many choice words, and you can't really clearly present yourself in a correct way. So some people saying that I learned 1,000 words, I learned 2,000 choice words. You can be very efficient in communication. It depends. If, for example, I design 10 scenery for daily conversation, and then within that each scenery I design 10 basic dialogues, maybe with one people only. Okay, for example, one is in market, one is restaurant, or how should you say, how should you ask, and then when people respond, then what's the meaning? Oh, of course I design all those settings, and then each setting I make 10 sentences, and then each sentence maybe only a few words. Okay, so of course you can learn by 1,000 or 2,000, then you can at least you can communicate in 10 settings. But will it be so simple in the actual setting? Okay, when you say that 唔該我想要一張台 maybe he said a lot of way. 對唔住生意太好啦，或者啱示威喂，咁咧就政府話咧唔準坐滿喎，一陣間咧警察咧又嚟點？When you say such a lot of things, you don't understand, right? What's the use of the 2,000 words, right? Yeah, so you see. Okay, so continue. Yeah. I will go back a little bit. Just now I only explain a few words that 學生當中咧就有個小人 only. Okay. Then let's continue because I don't want to explain too much at a time. I go back a little bit. Okay. Yeah. 嗱，有一日後羿咧外出打獵。有一日咧，後羿咧外出打獵啦，打獵咧 hunting，OK， 獵咧獵 actually for example 獵物咧 is the animals that you are hunting for， 打獵咧 is the action of hunting 打獵， so we don't just say 獵嘅喎，but we can say 獵豔。豔咧 means beauty. When the men want to hunt for ladies, then we will say 獵豔. Then you just use one word 獵 because last time you remember for Chinese we can easily connect two words. Actually, you can be a long phrase in English. For example, the men go out to hunt for beautiful lady. To hunt for beautiful lady, a phrase, right? But actually, we just use two words. 獵艷 because 獵 is to hunt for, 艷 is beauty, so 獵艷 already very clear the meaning. So you can just make it so concise by using two words. One is the action verb, one is the noun, the object. Then you connect them together. Then that is the most concise way. 獵艷 So but 獵物咧，獵物咧就not meaning the action. 獵物咧 means the animal you are hunting. Okay, or the animals to be hunted. So that's 獵物 because 物 means object, means the animals. Okay, any object or any animal. So 獵物 that means the animal itself, the prey itself that you hunt for. Okay, so 獵艷咧 it is really an action 打獵 hunting. And then hunting for the beautiful ladies, okay? Because 艷 means beauty. That means actually it is also concise already. But the 艷 can mean beautiful lady already. One lady or many ladies.